There we go. Hi, we're live. So welcome back to the second round of reading sprints. We've got 9 people here already. Oh my gosh. You guys want to introduce yourselves and talk about what books you're reading, what team you're on, and stuff like that.
Sweet. I'm Megan from Mythical Megan, and I am on the red team. Very clear by my candy cane sweater here. But I just finished Sailor Moon Volume 1, as well as a Beautifully Foolish Endeavor. So I finished those two between the two reading sprints here. Now I'm going to be reading Crown of Coral and Pearl. I'm on page 187 out of 422 or something like that. So that's kind of where I'm at today.
Hi, I'm Story from the channel Storybook. I'm going to be reading, or my team is Team Orange, so we're reading books with orange on the cover. So I've been reading The Midnight Library. I never know how to do it. It's like backwards, but yeah, by Matt. I still don't know how to say his last name, Matt Haig. And yeah, I have not made any progress since the last reading. I just moved, so I was going to listen to an audiobook while unpacking, but I didn't start an audiobook yet, so I've not made any progress. I'm reading, so.
Cool. Okay, and so then I'm on the green team. I'm not wearing a green shirt, but my chair is green, and I've got a green plant, so that works. But I've been reading We Are the Brennans by Tracy Lange? Do you know? Is it Lange?
I actually have a friend who has that same last name, and she pronounces it Longy.
Longy.
Even though it looks like Lange. I don't know.
I feel like you could pronounce it a ton of different ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is what I've been reading, and I'm on page like 54 now. And so that's going good. But let's see who's here. We've got Janelle. Hi, Janelle.
Hi.
And then my little brother, of course.
Cute.
Hi, Sammy. And then Lucy's here. We've got Nancy. Awesome.
Yay.
Let us know what you guys are reading.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know like what sprints we want to do this time. We did like a 20 and a 15-minute on Stories channel.
Mm-hmm.
But we can do like one long one, or we can do like 2 15 ones. I don't know.
I'm down.
Let us know.
I'm ready for it all. I would prefer 15 or longer, but
yeah,
other than that.
Yeah, me too. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, hoping to read some more of Final Girls.
Cool. Oh, you were just talking about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna start reading that this week, hopefully. So let me know how you're liking it. Janelle's reading Yes. Pretend it's green.
It's very blue. So blue.
I think blue is probably the closest to green, though.
True.
So
it's closer than red.
This is my mom. She's reading Apples Never Fall, so red team. Starting The Girls I've Been.
Girls I've Been.
I don't know what color that is.
I know, I'm like looking it up.
This is like a good test for us to.
Well, the last slide, there were like 5
red.
I didn't know of either.
Red?
Yeah.
Cool. Currently reading P.S. I Still Love You for a quick fun read. Nice.
Is that the
Laura Jean?
Oh, well, I know my mom had me read this book from like her teenage years called P.S. I Still Love You or something like that. But I want to do a series. This is completely off topic. But I want to do a series where I read books with the same title, but like rank them against each other. Because I saw a book called Aurora Rising that wasn't the one by Kaufman and J. Christoph. I was like, oh, that would be fun.
I was gonna say, what would you learn from that though? They're gonna be 2 like completely different books. That'd be fun though. That's
it'd be interesting to see, like if there is similarities or something. I'm reading The Bear and the Nightingale, and it has a red flower on it. So I'm counting it. Okay, lots of reds. Good.
I feel like no one's on my team, but it's so hard to find an orange. Like
It really is.
Kind of a. I don't know if I have any orange books.
I think Illuminae is the only one I might have.
True.
And Queenie.
yeah, I think the only one I had was the one that you read, Megan.
The
book, so.
Beautifully Foolish Endeavor.
Yeah.
Reading The Love Hypothesis.
Oh, I want to know how that is. Let us know.
Really enjoying it so far. It has amazing slasher vibes.
I don't like slasher books. I love slasher movies. That's like my favorite type of movie, but I cannot read. I'm just not a thriller mystery reader. I don't know. Are you guys that way? Like with movie genres and book genres, like you're different?
I'm not sure. I haven't really like thought about that. I don't watch a ton of movies.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. We watch a ton of like shows and movies and stuff, but like horror, Halloween, psychological thrillers.
I do love those movies. Like I love Don't Breathe. Have you seen that one?
No.
That one is good. It's like a psychological thriller. And the second one, I think, just came out.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet.
I am so buried in my movies as much as I am in my books. Like, if you ask me, like, my top 5 favorite movies, they're all over the place. Like, Taken, Silence of the Lambs, Legally Blonde, Princess Diaries. And, like, they're just...
Yeah.
Like, Tangled. Like, just all over the place. Absolutely. So, yeah, I don't typically gravitate towards like scary stuff. I gravitate more towards comedy and Disney, like animated films. But yeah, I'm pretty all over.
Yeah. Okay, so Sabrina's on Team Orange because you has orange accents.
Okay.
Nancy's still reading The Marionettes. Sammy, I have 3 books in my TBR left, but they're both pinkish. Well, that's kind of red, so you can be red.
Marionettes is also red.
Okay. Wow, lots of reds.
I feel like that's a pretty common book color, though.
Mexican Gothic has green. And red.
It's like a wine.
She's wearing that dress color. All right. Okay, so we can do 15 minutes or 20.
I just looked at this movie. It looks like a straight up horror movie.
Yeah, it's scary.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's creepy.
For some reason, I thought you said it was a psychological thriller, but.
Well, it kind of is because it's like, it's like human versus human. There's no paranormal aspects.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I classify as like psychological thriller for me. But I mean, I don't know if it's horror, but it's pretty good. It's creepy.
What did you watch it on? Is it on Netflix?
I don't remember.
I have everything.
It was a while ago. I don't remember.
Okay.
Let's see. It's 3:10, so we can start right now and go till 25. That works, right?
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay. Happy reading, everyone. Hello, we're back. How did you guys do?
Only read 9 pages.
I read about 17 pages.
I think I read 9 as well. So, Megan, are you reading what are you reading? How'd you read 17 pages?
I typically read about a minute per page, but
Dang.
I was reading through a chapter, so there was like 2 half pages.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I normally read about that too, but I feel like these pages are long. Like I don't know. Because the Book of the Month books are so tall.
It looks like it's small print too.
Yeah, it is kind of small. Yeah, there's no sound when we're sprinting. We just mute ourselves and read. Maybe at some point I'll learn how to do like ambiance music, but not this time. I'm still new to it. I read a chapter. I read nothing. I was making thumbnails. Well, at least it was still productive. 7 pages. Good. Perfect. All right. Anybody have any thoughts on their books or anything they want to say?
Mine's pretty good. It's about 2 twins, and the whole concept is like beauty is power. So each year, or not each year, but like each generation, when the prince is of age, this village sends their most beautiful villager daughter to be the princess. And there's a set of twins, and one has a scar on her cheek, so the other is considered more beautiful. Mm-hmm. But then they switch when the time comes to send the daughter. So
yeah, I'm really liking mine as well. I guess I could explain what it is if no one knows. Basically, the main character, Nora, I believe she's in like, I don't know where exactly in the UK she is, but they talk about London. So I don't know if you remember Sydney, but basically she has died. She's killed herself and she's in purgatory. And there's something called a midnight library where she can go to her other lives and like see kind of like how happy she is in those lives and like what's happened. And she has like a guide throughout it. So, I mean, not a lot has happened because I'm not even a third of the way there. I'm past a fourth, but I'm not to a third yet, if that makes sense. But yeah, so she's in like her third life. But it's super interesting. I definitely like the purgatory trope. It's pretty interesting. I feel like the book is always going to be like, it's always going to be about the same thing. You know what I mean? Like the overall theme, but I still enjoy it.
Yeah. I remember really liking it. I read it all in one day. Like I read it really fast.
I feel like I could, if I sat down and read it, I could, because I feel like once I do get into it, I'm like into it for a while. And the pages are like, it's not like a tall book at all.
Yeah.
As you can see. So you can read it pretty fast, I feel like.
Yeah. Mine's good too. I really like the writing style, but it's like just a basic contemporary. So like I haven't really got to any plot or anything yet, because it's just like pretty character based, sounds like, but I am enjoying it. So
yeah, I read so many romances over the summer, and just like contemporary in general, that I'm just so over contemporaries. They just sound so boring to me now. I want to read I'll read a high fantasy at this point. I'll even read a thriller at this point.
Yeah.
Read Crown of Feathers.
Which one?
Crown of Feathers.
Crown of Feathers.
It's my favorite book of all time, so I always recommend it to everyone.
High fantasy? Is that what
it's a YA high fantasy. So
oh God.
It's from 3 different perspectives, and it's a very loose Mulan retelling, and
okay.
It's got Phoenix writers.
Okay. I'll look into it. I don't know. Like I probably am not in the mood for high fantasy. I'm never in the mood for high fantasy, to be honest. I like I typically like urban fantasy or like
Yeah, me too.
like I like Six of Crows and stuff when it's its own world, but I felt like I got into Six of Crows so fast that it was like easy, you know what I mean? But if it's like super, super high fantasy where I have to think too much.
It's not like that because it's like a YA high fantasy, and it's not like they have a ton of magic systems or anything you have to learn. It's just you kind of have to learn like the history behind the war a little bit to understand. But it's told in like letters between the two monarchs or like pages ripped out of history books in between the chapters. So it's not like it's heavy.
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know when I would ever be in the mood for a high fantasy. Like I would love to be, and I would love to read one, but I just don't know if I could get through it. Like, especially if it's long, because they're always so long.
I'm really into magical realism now, which is like the opposite of high fantasy. It's like a level down from like normal fantasy, but you could, I mean, if you ever want to get more into fantasy, Cindy, you could start with like magical realism.
Yeah, well, I do like urban fantasy, so I usually will pick that up too. But okay, so she's talking about her the marionettes, right? Definitely stumbled into a mystery. Finished chapter 1, just getting started. I made it through a few pages of The Maidens. Have you guys read that?
No, I'm interested to know what Melissa thinks. Well, I guess I just started it, but yeah, I know you read it for our last.
I did, yeah.
And I've seen reviews.
Yeah, I didn't finish it during the readathon, but I like got a good ways through it. And it was pretty good. I think I initially gave it 4 stars, but then now I like can't even remember what happened, so I bumped it to a 3. I was getting a video up, but I read a few pages.
Nice.
Magical realism. Story, have you read The Sugar Queen by Sarah Addison Allen?
So Sarah Addison Allen is what got me into magical realism. I recommend her on my channel all the time. That one I haven't. That one is so a lot of her books are like seasonal. It's almost always like a small southern town with some sort of like magical realism aspect. And most of them are fall themed. So I like to save them for the fall. But the Sugar Queen, I believe that's the winter one. But I do have it, so I'm probably gonna read it in the winter.
It reminds me of sounds like a nutcracker, like the Sugar Plum Fairy. That's what
and the cover kind of looks like that as well. But sweet. Yeah, that's a really good author. She doesn't write anymore. I think she got cancer back in like 2015. So she just stopped writing, which is really sad. But I'm gonna read all of her books eventually. She still has like 8. So
yeah. Melissa's enjoying it so far. Good.
Nice.
Cool. All right, well, we can start another sprint, and we can do like 20 minutes. That would take us almost all the way to the hour. If we start in 2 minutes, and then we can do till 55.
Okay.
Cool.
My dog just dropped off a ball for me to throw, and I threw it, and I happened to make it into the laundry basket. So now.
That always happens to me too. I always throw my dog's toys, and they always like end up landing on a chair. And he's a corgi, so he's too short to get up and get it. And so then I end up having to get up and get it for him.
That reminds me of that scene in Meet the Robinsons where it's the T-Rex, and he's like, "My arms are too short." I just don't think this plan was very well thought out.
One of Maeve's besties is a corgi. So cute.
Yeah, I love corgis.
Same size.
Have you guys ever read Trisha Levenseller books?
So you asked me that before.
Yes.
I've just read The Daughter of the Pirate King duology. I read those.
And I was like, you need to read the other 2. So there's Warrior of the Wild and The Shadows Between Us.
Yeah.
So good. They're good, like, starter fantasies.
Has she become like one of your favorite authors?
Yeah, definitely an auto-buy author at this point for me.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so we can start the sprint now.
Are we doing
So
15 again?
We'll do 20. So that'll take us to 55, and then we can wrap it up.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right. Hello. That's the end of the sprint. And I think I read like 13 pages that time.
I ended up reading 28, I think.
Nice.
I don't know how many I read. 13?
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah. 13.
I was one page from finishing this chapter. I was like,
Oh. Yeah, I'm really liking this book actually. I think it's fun.
Nice.
So.
Did you find out if they're Irish?
Yeah, they're Irish. I mean, I think it says that in the synopsis somewhere. I'm just not seeing it.
Is it set in Ireland?
No, it's set in New York. Like that's where the family lives now.
Oh.
But they're Irish. Yeah. But it's pretty good.
Nice.
Hi, Diana. Were you here for the last sprint? Because if not, you missed it. We're wrapping it up. Sammy read 3 chapters.
Wow.
Lucy just watched YouTube.
Lucy's not reading at all.
Right. I think it's late for Lucy, so she might be tired.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, if you guys don't know, the next sprints are going to be in about 4 hours on Megan's channel. She's linked in the description of this, I believe, but her channel is Mythical Megan. And so we'll be back on at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for the last round of sprints for this 12-hour readathon.
Yeah.
I was so into reading my book. Your voice made me jump.
Your voice made me jump too.
I'm sorry. I tried to be quiet.
It's all good.
I heard a little like movement before you spoke, so I knew it was coming.
That's funny. I know. I was really into my book too, and then I looked up and saw that it was time to come back. Read about 10 pages. Cool. Not story calling me out. I'm about to go to bed.
Sorry, girl.
All right, cool. Well, thank you guys so much for joining, and we hope to see you in 4 hours on Megan's channel. So keep reading, and we'll see you later. Okay, bye.